Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Radio Works. My name is Donia Youssef, and I am presenting tonight's show, which is Story Time. I'm on 6 o'clock every week, so if it's your first time listening in today, I'm a cancer survivor, and I read each week inspiring stories for people who have been affected by cancer. I wanted to make the life at home easier and to really push the communication between families and friends, so it's just an easier and not such a taboo subject, or not awkward. So I really do believe communication is super critical, and very exciting to announce we are now working with a little boy. He's actually a cancer survivor himself. He's only young, and he started his book. So we're doing a fabulous series of the monster series, and his book, it's called The Monster in Mikey, and we've actually started the ball rolling with his book. So it's all very exciting. He's got so much insight to his cancer that he's going to share with us all. So lots and lots of exciting things are happening. We're also working on The Monster in Wonderland too, which is our next book of the series. So everything's all moving well to plan, and we do hope to share our updates with you each week on radio or via the website at www.themonsterinmummy.com. So that brings me to today's story, and I want to share with you a little book about a boy who wants to share his feelings about his illness. And the book is called Hey, I'm a Kid with Cancer. Here's How You Can Help. So he wants to give his ideas, and he wants to give his thoughts and feelings to everyone, and obviously he's showing you how you can possibly help him too. So it's quite good coming from a child's perspective. So once again, if you're ready, bring your children. This is all great for the family, and we're ready to start. My body's not how I want it. Cancer is a disease. Dis means something's wrong. My body doesn't work easy and smooth like it should. It's sort of like clogged up. Some of it's a bit broken. There's about 100 different kinds of cancer. Most cancers are named for the different places in the body where it can start. With some kids, there are lumps where there shouldn't be. The lumps are called tumors. They spread pretty fast. They're kind of like weeds. Sometimes there are some bad cells in your blood that shove out the good cells that belong in your blood. Like a takeover. Cancer's not a new illness. It's been around forever. Most people never get it. Can't catch it. I didn't really understand. Now I do. Unless cancer has already been in your house, you can't really know. At first, I liked that mum and dad were nice and now, very patient, watchful, serious, and helpful. The extra attention seemed to be weird. Cancer scared me less because of the way what was going on. At first, I felt nothing. Then I got fear, cold and deep, like I was caught in a black river and I had to get out. I started fighting to quit. At first, other people said nice things like, "You're going to lick this." The way people looked at me often told another story. Would I be okay? I wondered if they thought so. They made me feel squirmy. I wish they'd act different. At first, my brother and sister acted especially nice to me. Then they got a little mad because I take up so much time and they needed to do more work at home. I can't help it, guys. Just want to scream. I don't scream so well anymore. I want to think the best, believe the best. God heals. Sure, but not always and not everybody I see. I asked him, will he heal me? I hope so. We're working on it. Why did this happen? Who did it to me? Whose fault is it anyway? Is it my fault? Somebody said maybe my immune system was weak. I've heard some people say careless, greedy men polluted our environment with chemicals and these messed up my body's power to fight the disease. Maybe these people didn't know how dangerous that was. Now they're trying to be more careful. We can't pin this cancer for sure on anyone or anything, although I'd like to. God doesn't want children in pain, but I know he sometimes lets his buddies in the Bible go through suffering. God has his reasons for allowing trouble. It helps people grow in trust in him and others. If I close my eyes and scrunch my body up tight and concentrate on Christ's love and healing power, it almost always helps me to feel better. Okay, God, I guess I don't need to know why. I'm okay with that if Mum and Dad are too. I've had losses before, but the kinds of things I lost were ball games, all my mittens, all the money in my pocket. Now these are new kinds of losses. I'm not used to these. They bother me more because they're much harder. I've lost some of my friends. Cancer frightened them off. I lost being able to run when I want. I lost the freedom to not see doctors and nurses and smell the stink of hospitals. I lost the chance to lay still while they did stuff I didn't like and sometimes could hardly stand. I lost being like my brother and sisters. I lost knowing all there was to know about me. I lost the feeling of being real safe. I didn't know this scary thing was going on inside me. Now it's hard to trust me like I used to. I even lost getting yelled at sometimes. I got to do more of what I wanted, but when I can, but I'd rather have it like it used to be. That's my biggest loss, how it used to be. Remind me often about God, that he's with me every minute and he cares about what's happening to me. Feeling him close is great. I like to think of him as my shepherd and I'm a lamb being guarded. I like the Bible parts about God holding my hand, like Mum and Dad, and when I was little, so I'd feel safe. Pray over me, pray with me and around me, but keep it short, please. I like using a kid's Bible right for my age and read it with me, okay? Let me know God is important to you too. Spiritual music helps me too, like tapes of kids singing scripture songs. Or the church choir singing my favourite makes me feel better. Tell me over and over again how God helped heal people. The works and words of God comfort me. Don't be afraid to let me hope. I've got to, you know. Angels are spiritual beings created by God to help him carry out his work on earth. I can't see them, but they help take care of me. You can study what they do by reading about angels in the Bible. Some of the angel jobs are like being a postman who delivers a letter carrying a message from God to help you understand what is happening now or in the future. A friend who encourages you to feel better about stuff. That's in the Genesis chapter 16. And a parent who has to punish somebody if God says so. And a superhero fighting the evil guys off. I like to remember angels are with me to protect me. They can't keep away every bad personal thing, but angels help out a lot. Phew, I'm glad. I'm careful not to go gaga and worship them because God's supposed to be worshipped. Thinking about angels helps me keeping me from feeling lonesome, even when I am alone. I'm sure like having friends who doesn't. I used to be scared that cancer would make me So different that no one would still like me, but they do. Oh, there's a few I don't hear from anymore. I don't miss them much because some of the kids who weren't my friends before are good friends now. I just never got to know them before. They don't care I've got cancer. My cousins have been real special, even though some live far away. They call and visit. It's great for me to talk to them too. I know they really like me and they want me better. My friends act regular around me, not uptight, like I'm going to break any minute. We don't rough house though. Sometimes they wait around while I take my medicine and they don't mind if I nap while we're watching a video together. It's no big deal to my friends if they have to leave early because I got tired out. We talk on the phone when I'm in the hospital and Mum and Dad let me make some long distance calls so I can always stay in touch. I always tell my friends I'm going to get better and I'm expecting to be healed with all the prayer I'm getting and the good doctoring. So why scare them off by telling them I may not? I can't think like that either. Scripture says, whatever we ask, we receive, because we keep his commandments and do those things that are pleasing in his sight. And this is his commandment, that we should believe on the name of his Son, Jesus, and love one another. Abide means to stick tight. That's me. Doctors, medication and treatment. Guess who's talking to find out how I feel? I hate this. We want to help you. Help me. Don't hurt me. We don't want to hurt you. You do. There will be a little pain with this. A lot of pain. You're wrong. We're so sorry. No, I'm sorry. Sorry. Be brave a little longer. No, you be brave. I'm sick. I'm sick of being sick. Sorry, I know doctors and nurses want to help. That's how I feel. I'm doing the best I can. Primary caregiver. I've got a primary caregiver. That's a fancy word for the person who spends the most time taking care of you. For me, it's my mummy. At first, my mum was scared about nursing me. It wasn't hard after all. She said, because God gives special grace to help care for loved ones when they're sick. I bet you're going to ask me what I asked her. What's grace? She told me grace is the power and desire to work with God. Sure, she gets tired, she says, but not exhausted because God helps her. Mum calls it a special joy to help me with the things I need, like making special food when it's hard for me to eat. Mum got a home nurse to come to our house for some of the blood work I need, and she learned to do some of my IV stuff herself, so I didn't need to spend as much time in the hospital. I'd always rather be home. Mum likes to care for me. Dad is good too. When he's around, he's a big help. Maybe for you, a grandma or grandpa or an auntie is in charge of your care. If you haven't got a good primary caregiver yet, I bet if you pray, God will send someone. Choices. They're mostly gone. I used to make plans. Now I never know from day to day how I will feel, where I'll be, home, hospital, doctor's office. I'm not in charge of anything. I'd like a little control. A good day, a bad day, a tisket, a tasket, a rough day, a smooth day, an easy one, a hard one. God, I need to know you're in charge. Please make some sense out of this mess. When I need to be hospitalised, I have to keep a bag at home packed with some of my favourite books, toys and games in case we need to go to the hospital quickly. I need to bring some family pictures in a small album or on a poster board that I can tape on the hospital room wall or hold in my hand and look up close. I'd like a tape recorder and a tape of Mum and Dad's voice reading or just talking. I'm used to hearing them, you know. Maybe I was never an artist before. Maybe I think I'll try now. Coloured pencils, sketch pad and a washable markers might be good fun. Familiar nightlight in case the hospital seems a little bit there's not enough light and it might seem a bit strange at night. Wearing my own sweatsuits and t-shirts are better than wearing hospital gowns. I'd like funny signs and posters hung around the room and pictures of my pets. Often there's a portable VCR and a TV at the nurses' station to wheel into the rooms for I also like to bring my Bible and pillow and a blanket or a comforter from my bed at home, some model or craft projects right for my age to help me not get bored. You don't have to bring all of this. Anything will help. I dreaded losing my hair. I thought it might hurt, but I didn't even feel it. It didn't disappear little by little like I thought. One morning I woke up to clumps all around my pillow. The next day there was more. Then pretty soon there was almost none. Dad wanted to shave off the little which was left. I looked weird or cool. I'm not sure which one. Like an E.T. or a Star Wars guy. For sure I was different. Trouble is you get stared at a lot when you're little and bald. I covered my head with a hat most of the time, except at home. When we go somewhere fancy, I wear a wig Mum got from the hospital and had fixed up to look like a little like the regular me. I got used to it pretty fast because I didn't look at myself in the mirror much. The good news is that losing your hair isn't that bad, really. Everybody promised it'd grow back quickly when my treatments ended, and it did. There's something about being outside. Since I've been sick, being outside never felt so good. I think it's because I feel closer to God there and safer. He takes care of the world. Surely he'll take care of me. No matter how badly I feel, walk me or carry me to a deck, backyard porch, or somewhere like that every day. Let me feel the wind wrap me up with its generous energy. Brighten me with the sun. I'll need to wear sun factor or better sunscreen, but let me catch the sun streaks as they tease the trees and light up my stage. I like to see the leaves shiver like they're being tickled by a giant hand. Birds are like messengers. They stir up my brain. Where have they been? Where will they go? They're freer than I am, and they make me feel freer too somehow. A bird feeder right outside my window gives me hours of fun with my bird buddies. Because I like quieter play now, I watch more. Did you notice? But I'm okay with that as long as I still have stuff to do at times too. Being near water is always great. Even just watching water ripple makes my insides feel really smooth. Now, water for washing is different. I don't like having my outsides rubbed. Keep a lawn chase cushion in the trunk so when we go for rides, if the weather's warm, we can stop beside a lake or a pond. I like porches. How about letting me sleep outside overnight on our porch, snuggled on a comfy recliner chair with some blankets? It'll be like a fun camp out. Who cares what the neighbours think we're doing? Let's study the sky together. I like to watch it before my eyes. We can even make pictures of the sky and try and colour it right, like God does. Why is being outside so special? I think because it helps me pull in life from all around me, and then I feel more alive. Just because I'm sick, life doesn't have to quit. Please don't leave me inside too long in front of a TV. I hate to put you on the extra trouble, but I think you're great, you know, for trying some of these ideas. It reminds me that I'm very important to you all. Wow, that feels good. Thanks. Feeling mud and stuff squeezing through my hands is great. I can only use this stuff if I'm not on chemotherapy. That lowers my blood count and makes me susceptible to infection from fungal spores and dirt from plants. Here are some things you might want to try. Homemade Play-Doh or salt clay coloured with food colours. It doesn't matter if you're little or big, you'll still like it. A pan full of mud and some plastic or metal moulds. It doesn't matter if you're little or big. A deep tray full of sand, a brand new cat litter box works well. You'll need sticks or twigs to stir it up and make letters. Slip a big garbage bag over the head with neck and armholes cut out. Excuse me. Lay more bags or a plastic sheet onto the floors and around yourself. Or ask somebody who loves you to help you get set up. Please don't look sad around me. I feel like it's my fault. I start to cry when I see someone sad or crying. I can't handle knowing that I'm in the cause of pain. I want to please my mum and dad and bring happiness and make them proud of me. I like it when they smile and even more when they laugh. If you've got to cry, please don't do it in front of me and laugh as often as you can, okay? I don't like to see sad people around me. School. When I skip school, I always get a little scared to go back. I miss a lot of work and always seem behind. But I ask for and get extra help. I'm kind of respected as tough and strong. The kids ask, how did this happen? What did you do? They want to know about this cancer bit. I don't know why I got it, I answer. I guess they're worried that they'll get it too. They won't. You can't get sick by being around me. Few of the kids are scared of my illness, but there's enough kids who'll play with me anyway. School's pretty good overall. I miss it when I can't go. Some things you should know about how to treat me. Some of these things may surprise you. They surprise me too. When you look at me strange and quite quiet like, I get scared. Don't stare at me with that faraway look, like I'm a shadow about to disappear before your eyes. It makes me feel creepy. Sometimes I like to have my brother and sister play near me because their noises sound natural to me. Sometimes I hate to have my brother and sister play near me because they're strong and well and I'm not, and their noise bothers me. It's okay for me to cry or complain a little, but don't let me overdo it. It doesn't really help. Sometimes I forget, I really do, that I've got cancer. I can be playing a game or watching a video without thinking about it. Please don't tell me to take it easy or be careful when I'm having fun. I'll be okay. Help me sometimes not remember all this cancer stuff. Do you want to know really how I feel? My body may be weak, but my feelings are still strong. I can't move quickly like I want. I get furious when people are slow helping me. I don't have a lot of patience. Most of it gets used putting up with this dumb illness. I feel best being with my mummy and daddy. I get really mad when I get some food or a pain pill and mum's busy talking. It's really hard for me to wait. Visitors come. My parents like that. It's okay with me for a while. I usually like to know ahead of time though. Sometimes they bring gifts, which is nice, especially if they've checked first and found out what I like. If company stays too long, they end up visiting with mum and dad and I lose my parents' attention. I need them more. When we go somewhere, quick trips are best. I get bored and tired easily. I need to know that I can come back home fast if I want. I get upset, especially when I'm having chemo. I know it doesn't help me feel better and I try not to. You don't need to remind me that I'm crabby. Just help me have fewer things to crab over, please. That's all about me. You know what? I guess it's okay to have cancer, I'm getting better at handling it and I've learned a lot about myself and others. I'm glad I shared my ideas and feelings with you and I really hope they help. The end. So there's a little story direct from a child with cancer who wanted to share all his feelings. You know, it's really interesting hearing it from their perspective. And I'm glad I could read this and share it with everyone today. So yeah, we shall be back next week, 6 o'clock on Monday with more inspiring stories. So do feel to join us. And yeah, if anyone wants to connect with me during the week, please do on the social media channels via my website, which is www.themonsterinmummy.com. Thank you. Have a fabulous week all and look forward to story time again next week. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.